We're at GAYmergate 2.0, huh?
Well, emphasis on gay.
Gay!
Unbelievable. I mean, God, dear goodness me. GAYmergate just means that the games journalists get to shit on gamers constantly.
And they're already doing it. They're in early.
We need relevance. Is there an opportunity to try and get some relevance for the first time in 7 years? Holy fuck, let's go. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
No!
Yeah.
You got accounts with like 500,000 followers getting like 40 fucking likes after 2 hours. Just like, you have no traction on your accounts. None. Nobody cares.
It's also a different era. A lot can happen in 7 years. For sure. I think culturally it's just different. And yeah, they've lost so far. I don't know how they're going to turn the tide, but the journals are giving it a shot. What was homie from GameSpot, or was it GameSpot? That said, hey, gamers need to grow up again, or once again asking gamers to grow up, or something like that.
It's just no. I mean that sort of stuff, as we know, it's just a basic tactic of the left is shame.
Yeah,
and we know it is. And so when you start getting closer to the truth, they'll try whatever they can. They've called everybody racist and sexist and homophobic. Nobody gives a fuck about that anymore.
Entertainment is the only product where they say the audience isn't good enough for the product.
That is insane to me.
No sense to me. Like, if people want to see Lara Croft with big boobs, fucking give it to them. Yeah. She's not real. It's supposed to be fantasy fulfillment. I want to play a rich, beautiful chick with no worries, that has no problems in her life, to the fact that she goes and digs up artifacts. Yeah, that is fucking cool. Yeah. I mean, she's a sexy what's his face, Indiana Jones.
Yeah, she is. Like, I remember the Mortal Kombat, where if you got everything, you got Melina, and she was just wearing this little bandage
Mortal
outfit.
Kombat 10.
Yeah, and I love Melina. And then I got Mortal Kombat 11, and it was like Mortal Kombat Monastery. Everybody was covered up. It was right after Me Too, and it was like, and then as a chick, I was like, why are we doing this? Like, you get hot when you're working out, even when you're fighting. Like, you wear shorts and a t-shirt. I loved. I mean, like, as a girl, I
keep talking.
Animation. I loved all of that stuff. I thought it was funny. It didn't hurt me. I was like, boobs are cool, but like,
the female insecurity is insane, because we don't have men looking at Wolverine and be like, well, that's an unrealistic body type.
Right.
It is.
Well,
that's awesome.
Once upon a time, we had people in the industry that knew how to cater to the power fantasy, whether it's the male power fantasy or the female power fantasy. Now, the industries have been co-opted by the very people that used to get mad because they can't see themselves in it, because they're selfish. So instead of people understanding and giving them what they want, they wanted to give people them, which nobody wants. So now they're in the industry going, oh no, you got to look like me. I mean, Sweet Baby Inc. themselves have the CEO said, stop catering towards your core demographic.
Yeah,
you need to start catering essentially to her. A fraction minority, and give them my story, because they're fucking raving narcissists. So they don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to see nice things. They don't want you to have any enjoyment. They want you to be as miserable and as fucking pathetic and broken as they are. And they're running the show. They're the ones who are pushing this shit into the Western sphere. That's why in the East, for the most part, some of it, but for the most part, you'll still get gorgeous ladies, very, very specific gender roles, male, female. Doesn't prevent the females from being kick-ass and cool and amazing. But you'll have femininity, masculinity. You'll have all of those functions still embedded within that, because they're not infested. Not infested with the shit.
Yeah, I don't understand it, man. And then look, I expect journos to be stupid. Like,
they are.
That's true.
They're not journos. That's why.
But that's exactly the point, right? They're not really journalists at all. But to see a lot of the game devs, and we may have talked about this on the show before, But to see a lot of the game devs be like, yeah, we're gonna invite this shit in. What changed? I mean, that's how this whole Sweet Baby Inc. thing happened, right? Maybe we hire some external consulting company, or we just build a DEI fucking department, and we just have y'all make everything far more tame, make sure that we're not offending anybody, and make sure the women look like shit, and all that. I mean, I don't know what other way to.
I just got this idea of Sweet Baby Inc. coming into the Rippaverse, and the CEO go, "Why don't we make Ice and Blood? Why don't we make Bloodruth Braxwell one of the Alpha Core? Why don't we make Darren Fontaine? He's a bad guy. Why is he not white?"
Yeah, that's right. He's a villain. I'd probably be mad at that one. Like, he's supposed to be white. Why? That'd be the one that they would get me for. They would say I'm being insensitive.
They would though.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Man.
Yeah, that'd be the one. That'd be what they give me. That Fontano, he has cornrows and he's evil. You can't fucking do that. Make him a white man. Coming to Netflix presents, and it'll be Darren Fontano is now some white, blonde, blue-eyed fucking.
Can we keep the cornrows? No, that's cultural appropriation.
Yeah, no, he can. He for sure can. He can have a cornrows.
He's gonna have blonde hair, blue eyes.
Yeah. He's a villain.
That's another great character you created. Like, I've read more of what Darren's done, and wow, he is such a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's so.
I love to hate him. Like, I hate him. I kind of like Lillian and Michael because they're fun and but I hate him. I hate him with the fiery passion.
There's going to be a time when they're not going to be fun. I know there's going to be a time when they're not going to be fun. They're going to be very, very naughty.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah.
I got high hopes
said
for
Do-Rag Darren or Riot. I respect that. Do-Rag Darren. I gotta make that happen. I gotta make that happen. Do-Rag Darren. But no, it's I don't get it, man. You expect people that are like external. Like I said, with journals, at least in this day and age, they suck. They probably shouldn't, but they do. But for a company to just invite that shit in, man, and it just go completely against the audience. And Jen brings up a great point. I think I've brought it up as well in the past about just how it's like the audience has to live up to the standard of the person that's creating it, which doesn't
you've got to be
sense.
good enough to be their customer now. That's the attitude, and it's bonkers.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Right now, the Rippaverse is in the middle of our latest campaign, Yaira #1, which was written by the Saskas. Head over to Rippaverse.com, pre-order, and check out our first live-action trailer and the latest Rippaverse Studios production, Y'all Be Easy.